In any situation, we have to remember that there is about a 90-day lag between action/activity and what I call economic result at a minimum. Hi, this is Coach Joe Lucas, and welcome to the Magellan Network Show. My goal inside of this communication, this show, is to share with you my nearly 30 years of coaching some of the most successful financial advisors in North America. We're going to be talking about strategies, syntaxes. We're going to be bringing guests on from time to time, and I'm going to share with you what's working now. So think of this show as sort of like a little one-on-one kind of mini coaching cast, if you like, where we're going to be going in depth from time to time on strategies to help you grow your business, get more effective, become more efficient, find balance in your time management, grow your business, and quite frankly, whatever else is going on in the world today. So before we get to today's episode, I'd love for you to do a couple things for me. Number one, make sure that if you're watching this on YouTube, that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're doing the audio, make sure that you give us a review on whether Spotify or Apple. We'd really appreciate that. And quite frankly, that does help. It does matter when you rate things and like things and subscribe to things. It helps us get the word out to more of the industry. And lastly, I have a very special gift for you. Go to MagellanNetwork.net, so one word, MagellanNetwork.net, and I have for you a complimentary membership, 100% gratis, where you can tap into about between 50 and 75 hours of masterclasses, forms, tools, templates, and strategies. So please go ahead and make sure you go ahead and get that claimed. Smash the like button and subscribe. And please go ahead and leave us a review on whatever podcasting platform you're on. And now, let's get to this week's episode. Hi, it's your Coach Joe Lucas, and welcome to this episode of the Magellan Network Show. We are almost to the Labor Day holiday here in the United States, and today's episode is going to be about why the next couple of weeks, even with a holiday, is so critical for your fall success. A lot of times advisors will, and I understand this, right? Late August, the dog days of summer, the last vestiges of maybe some vacation time, some renewal time. But what you don't want to do is wait till after the Labor Day holiday to now say, okay, holiday's over, Labor Day's here, summer's gone, now let me go ahead and focus on my business. And the reason why I say that is, as we all know, there's a lag between activity and result. For example, if you wait till after Labor Day to get your September calendar scheduled out with client reviews, prospects, COIs, if you reach out to somebody, Tuesday after Labor Day, it's 1 or 2 weeks before you get to meet them. And so you start thinking about that, you're giving away literally 2/3 of the month of September. So what you want to do, the key strategy over the next, let's say 7 to 10 days, is to really focus on your schedule. Like really make sure that you've got your September calendar set. Either you or a member of your team is scheduling the meetings that need to be scheduled, and we're all situated. So that's step number one. Step number two, I know this is going to sound crazy, but hear me out. You also need to determine what, if anything, you're going to do for your clients for the holidays. Are we doing gifting? Are we doing an event? Are we doing both? And especially on the gifting side, with supply chain disruptions, lead times are a lot longer. So if you're doing any kind of personalized anything, you want to make sure that you're well ahead. You cannot wait till October and try to start figuring this out. You're going to be behind the 8 ball, put pressure. There's no reason for that. So the second thing you want to do is get very, very clear on what you want to do in terms of, again, holidays. Now, I'm a big fan, and this may not work for everybody. I'm a big fan of doing some sort of gifting strategy, maybe not for all of our clients, but some of our top clients. And I love, love, love the idea of some sort of holiday open house, meet and greet, things like that. I think that's always good. Bring a friend, you get introduced to some people. It's a really, really strong strategy. Number 3 is your team. You want to have a team end of the year debrief. And I know we're talking months away, and I understand that, but hear me out. Hi, Coach Joe Lucas here, and I'm just breaking here for a moment just to do a couple quick reminders. Number 1, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel or our podcast. In addition, please leave a comment or a review. Those things really, really matter. And share this episode with 3 of your colleagues inside the financial services space. And lastly, make sure that you go ahead and claim your free membership inside of Magellan Network. Now back to this week's episode. The best way that I know how to reduce what I'll call calendar or schedule stress in this game is to have your calendar out several quarters, ideally 3 to 4, if not more. I've got clients, my schedule's out 6 quarters. Okay, that doesn't mean I can't change it around, but I know what I want to do. Like right now, I can tell you for a matter of fact that Friday, December 15th, is my last coaching day of 2023. It's Friday. It's also my birthday, not that that matters. And on the 16th, I'm on a cruise. Like that's it. So the next element is define when you're calling the year a year. And we're going to have a subsequent conversation on this. But to kind of go to all the way through the holidays, and I see this and it drives me crazy, quite frankly. Like, why are we taking client meetings between Christmas and New Year's? There's a reason for that, right? So many of my clients that I work with personally have also chosen December 15th as the date that we're going to go ahead and kind of call it a year and have a nice little 2 to 3 week off season before we get ready to rock and roll our 2024 game plan. Okay, so you want to have that figured out. And you just want to, because again, this is the window, and we all know this, right? You get into Thanksgiving here in the United States. I'm not going to say impossible, because I don't like limited thinking like that. But the degree of difficulty to get people to do things in December, again, if they're motivated and there's a compelling reason to, obviously it will happen. But to engage in new conversations, new opportunities, you really want to really focus on that September, October, right? And have it, I would say all of September, all of October. And then here in, my tribe, Magellan, we host an annual multi-day business planning conference. I think this year starts November 15th. And so really kind of by then you want to have your game locked down. You should kind of know what your numbers are going to look like, what your goals are going to look like, elements like that, right? So we kind of have that all figured out. And you just don't want to squander the first couple of weeks of September. And yes, so you do want to take some time the next couple of weeks, like I said, schedule things out and make things happen. I think that's incredibly important. The other piece is you're coming into what in our game we call period number 3. Period 1 is January 1st to Memorial Day. Period 2 is Memorial Day to Labor Day. And then period 3 is Labor Day to end of year, right? We'll call it here December 15th. So period 3, you're coming into, and you're coming in one of 3 scenarios, right? You're either having a great year, crushing it, you're having an okay year, or it's like, wait till next year, right? And it doesn't matter the situation, you want to keep your momentum. So in scenario number 1, you're crushing it. Do not sandbag. Do not say, oh man, I made my goals. And this is sometimes a weird rationale advisors have. Well, Joe, I'm going to, I don't want to take any more clients because I don't want to pay any more taxes. It's a terrible concept, right? Why crush all your momentum because Uncle Sam? Makes no sense. But I've heard it, right? Number 2, well, I don't know, I may want to, I may just kind of roll the rest of the year out and, kind of regroup for next year. Terrible idea. I'll explain why in a moment. And then the third one is I'm not having a great year. Wait till next year. In any situation, we have to remember that there is about a 90-day lag between action/activity and what I call economic result at a minimum. So if you kind of wind down your momentum because you're doing great, you're going to pay a price for that Q1 next year when you really want to hit it hard in all 3 scenarios, right? So the point I'm making is get your strategic calendar figured out, right? So September, October, November, half of December, who you need to see, where the opportunities are, what we're doing for clients for the holidays. Like just take a strategic day and get organized. Do not wait till the Tuesday after Labor Day to get organized, right? Just really, really important. Make these things happen, okay? So we're gonna keep it short because it's summer here, right? So your commitment, your missions, if you choose to accept it, carve out a strategic day, handle these items I put there. You'll feel like you're really in control of your business. You're gonna feel super organized, and not only that, you're gonna have a greater level of success. So thanks for watching and listening to this episode of Magellan Network Show. And yes, I will see you next week before the holiday with another impactful topic. Thank you for watching or listening to this episode of the Magellan Network Show. Hey, if any of this resonated with you, I invite you to come to MagellanNetwork.net, and we have a powerful group coaching community of like-minded advisors. Come in for a trial. You and I will have a one-on-one conversation. Let's see if I can help elevate your game, both personally and professionally.